Kamala Harris speaks at Tyre Nichols' funeral. Mike Pence house to be raided by the FBI. And there is a new slur coming out. I'm Anthony Rader, and this is Politically Unhinged. You heard that right. Kamala Harris went and spoke at Tyre Nichols' funeral. Like I said, so I want to be honest, I do not know if I am pronouncing that name correctly, so I'm just going to go by his last name. So, Kamala Harris went to go speak at Nichols' funeral yesterday, and in all honesty, look, I have no problem with you going to a funeral, but the way that she did it and Al Sharpton did is insane. So, both of them go out there and they deliver eulogies. Well, so far, no red flags, right? But these eulogies they use for their own political platform. And we gotta question this, all right? Wait. There's a saying in politics is that do not let a good crisis go to waste. And damn right that they were not going to do that. Why would they do it? It's, after all, what people are good at in politics, using a crisis to further their own agendas. So, what Kamala Harris did was that while talking, she said Congress needs to pass the George Floyd Police Reform Act. I think that's what it's called. The thing is, with this act, it would do nothing. It would have done nothing to prevent this situation. And during their eulogies, they said it was white supremacy. Here's the thing. All 5 police officers that were there were black. Do not tell me how that is white supremacy. They are saying that white supremacy is enrooted within the police departments that is 60% black that made them do this. The Memphis Police Department is 60% black. And guess what? The chief of the police is black. How are we using this to further our political agendas? This is a crisis. We shouldn't be throwing ourselves and using it to further our political agenda. Someone died. The family is grieving. After that, you're not going to be talking to them again. I guarantee it. Look, there'll probably be 2 phone calls. 2 phone calls. That's all that we will hear about. After that, nothing. This is what happens when they go ahead and they say, like, oh, we need to focus on these subjects. Well, how about we focus on the subjects at hand that actually matter? And one, it was not white supremacy. 2, what these officers did was wrong. And I don't think people are going to argue with that. They used excessive force. But at the same time, you do not run from police. But we have become so entrenched in a society that we are throwing cameras at these people that are grieving for a few clicks. Or to just get our name out there. Why? Why are we doing this? Yes. It's because politicians do not care about you, me, or our families, especially at the federal level. If they did, they would have just showed up to the funeral, do not let anyone know about it, just sit there and do not say anything besides saying, I'm sorry for your loss. But no, they did not do that. They went ahead and they said, oh, it's all of this different stuff than it actually is. So, why? Why are we electing people that go ahead and just use everything for their own political platform? There's a time and place for politics. A funeral is not one of them. Let the family grieve. There's always a grieving period, but you're not letting these people do it by throwing cameras at it and making it a publicity stunt. It's insane. Why are we talking about? Like, the media would have a problem with this if it was a Republican doing it. Granted, the Republicans do it as well. But we wouldn't be hearing the end of it. But the media now is silent. They're silent about it. Or if they are talking about it, they are in support of it. We are in a messed up world where families that have accidents cannot grieve. Alright, now on a different topic. Mike Pence, his house is getting raided by the FBI. As you know, Mike Pence said that, like, oh yeah, I have classified documents, and so the FBI's like, well, okay, we're going to go and see what you got. And so what's going on now is that at the FBI is going to be like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead, let's take a look at it. And you know damn well they're going to be taking a lot more time looking into it than what they did at Biden's, I believe it was Rehoboth House or Wilmington House, I don't know which one. Where they only spent 3 hours. They found some notes and all, but you know what? It wasn't as... And they said it wasn't classified information. But they did take those notes. They did. So we need to question everything that the media is giving to us. Literally everything. Why are we going out here and saying that, oh, it's no big deal? It's no big deal that they took this stuff, not this stuff. There's always something that the media is hiding from you. There's always something that the government is hiding from you. And we're idiots if we don't question it. There's always something that's going on. But if we don't question what's going on, something bad's going to happen. And as the American people, we have every right to question what the government is saying. It will be one cruel day that someone does not question what they are saying. That is when this country is officially coming to an end. And we just need to look at everything that we're presented to. But let's be honest, a lot of people do not look at everything and they align themselves with one side. We're all guilty of this. I admit it, I'm guilty of it. I get a lot of my stuff from Daily Wire, where sometimes I just run with that, but most of the time, I go ahead and I read other sources. I read what the other platforms are putting out, like the left-wing platforms. So, I end up reading that. And the problem is that there's only one side that it goes like, yeah, I will read the other side's stuff. But the other one goes like, yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm just going to listen to these people. But there are people in both parties that go ahead and just go like, oh yeah, I trust this news source. I'm only going to listen to them because I like what they're saying. It's all positive. It's what I agree with. If you agree with everything, there's something wrong. I cannot tell you that many times. We have to understand that there is something wrong if we agree with someone 100% of the time. Especially our politicians. Our politicians are, to be honest, they're wackos. Especially at the federal level. These federal level politicians, they are so distant from most of the people that they are representing. And quite frankly, a lot of us don't care about it. We re-elect them every single time into office. Because why? We don't care? It's very unfortunate. We shouldn't be going all like, well, why are we doing this? Why are we re-electing these people, even though we disagree with them, even though we don't approve what they're doing. Why are you re-electing these people? We can't be looking at this stuff. It's very unfortunate that people just go like, yeah, well, I don't like it. Let me just go and sit down and listen to what they're saying again, and I will vote for them for another 30, 40 years. So, new topic. Last week, obese was trending on Twitter. And guess what? According to some people on Twitter, it is now a slur to say obese. Look how far we have fallen. How is obese a slur? Look, if I have to go like, well, obese isn't a slur. Slur, people go, no, it is. You're like, all right, fine. Say the N word to me. Say the N word. And you go like, I will not say the N word, but I will say obese. The one that you refuse to say is most clearly the worst word. Obesity is not a slur. It is literally a medical term to diagnose someone that is overweight. Why are we running with everything going like, well, oh, this is a slur, this is a slur. I don't agree with it, so it's slur, it's hate speech, it's this, it's that. Why? You think that a generation that was raised on Family Guy and South Park wouldn't be easily offended? It doesn't make any sense. Why are they? We look at these people and we're going like, why are you so stupid? It's insane. All of these people are going around being offended by every little thing now. Like, I could probably say hello to someone and he'll be offended that I didn't say hi. So, am I supposed to be going like, oh yeah, I'm sorry that I did say hi to you. I didn't know hello was a slur. No. It's the same thing with all of these different terms that we're not allowed to say anymore that were predominant in our language literally 5 minutes ago. And now everything's a slur. For instance, the left wants you to say cis woman, cis man, when you're actually just talking about real men and females. Men and women. You're either a man or you're a woman. You're not non-binary. You're not a zim or a zer or whatever the hell it is. You're not a they, them. You're not non-binary. You're like, well, if we use cis, it's more inclusive. Because we got trans people, we got non-binary. Look, gender and sex are the same thing. And it's been like that forever. You're coming out here going like, well, I don't fit on the binary. Shut up. You're an idiot. Just, what were you born with? You were either XY, XX, then you have people that have it potentially something else. It could be like XXY. Either way, if you have a Y, you are a man. It's that simple. You did not go around and you're saying like, oh no, those aren't my pronouns. You shouldn't even be going around saying that, oh no, my pronouns are they, them, z, them. No one cares. And if you're offended by me going out there and saying like, oh yeah, you're a woman, when you say I'm non-binary, you are part of the problem. If you get offended by me using the wrong pronouns, you are the problem with society. Like, it's that simple. Why are we talking about this? Apparently, well, it's because everyone is tired of this. We are tired of listening to all of these people going at it and saying that, well, I don't identify with any of the genders. And they make up some other one where it's like, I am a sheepdog. So respect my gender. You're giving me gender dysphoria for not aligning with my pronouns, shut up. Just shut up. You're part of the problem. This is the reason why we are seeing a significantly higher rate of suicide with younger people. It's because that of your standards going all like, oh, bad. We stopped bullying. Thought it was great at the time. But we need to understand, this is insane. No society goes all like there is not a difference between a man and a woman. There's a reason why most of the world laughs at us. There's a reason why Matt Walsh went to Africa and asked them, what is a woman? And if a man can become a woman can become a man. They just laughed at him. If you're saying that there is a difference in biology, that's what someone identified as, you are part of the problem. You gotta understand, a lot of people that think the way that I do, we're just a normal person from 7 years ago. And this is insane that we have to just like, oh, you're the one that is not relating to the science, man, because there are people that are not on the binary. Shut up. That is not true. You are wrong. You are wrong. It has been this way for centuries, thousands and thousands of years. We have had designated spots for men and women. And now we have become so insane that we are saying that obese is a slur. No, it is not. What am I going to have to call you then? That you are weight challenged? Are we going to have people that are trans weight, where you're 50 pounds but you identify as 300, or that you're 300 pounds and you identify as 150? I think that's going to happen. We're going to have people that are trans weight next. Trans weight will become a thing. The real question is, will some doctors buy into that? Let's see what happens. We're just going to see what goes on.
I don't see it or hear it.
And we just got to listen and see what's going on in the world. And we just got to know that this is wrong. This is wrong with everything. And this is where we're at right now. And I think this quote by James Madison can summarize everything up in this podcast. Wherever there is interest and power to do wrong, wrong will generally be done. That's by James Madison, the author of the Constitution. Now, tell me if you agree with me.
Have them everywhere.
And we will have the pendulum swinging the other way this year. Thank you, and God bless.